Bet that. All right.
Beautiful.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Not back. This is the new team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the new team of the Blue Table Podcast. Today we'll be doing our first introductory episode. We're introducing our new members and a lot of things we have in store for the rest of the semester. I'll go first. I am one of your hosts, AJ. Do not ask me what my real name is. I'm a sophomore. I'm majoring in marketing, and I'm from the Dominican Republic. Who's next in line?
I'll go next. My name is Jaychele. I'm a freshman, but I'm also a host. My major is diversity, equity, inclusion, along with IDCC and a PR concentration, and I am Cape Verdean and Black.
Hello, everyone. I am Rosa Chai. I'm from Lowell, Mass, first year student. I'm thinking about majoring in economics finance, but who knows what I'm going to major in the future. Don't know anything. But on the team here, I am a production assistant. I'm also going to be helping out with marketing. And yeah.
I'm Gabriel. I'm a sophomore. I just switched from creative industries to management, and I'm the production director, I guess.
Big production head. Big production head. One of our main questions to kind of like start off our talk today is why did we all come to Bentley? Why did we all decide to just come into this random city named Waltham and study business all here together? So,
I'll go first. Honestly, Bentley wasn't my first choice. I'm not gonna lie,
mhm.
but I just saw that it was like super collaborative, so I kind of just went with that. Um, I don't really like those like competitive schools like Harvard and stuff. I just feel like you just gotta work with people if you want to get somewhere. So that's kind of why I'm here.
Cool.
I'll go next. I first heard of Bentley through this thing called Hobie. And it was my sophomore year. I was chosen to go to a leadership seminar. It was going to be hosted here. But COVID did not let that happen, so we did it online. And I didn't really care anything. I didn't care all that much, I would say. I just dismissed the school as a whole. But then I started touring and I met some good people. I even learned about Mosaic when I came here, and people were like, oh, go to Mosaic. This is the best thing that ever happened. Da, da, da. So I kind of fell in love with the community that I met on campus, and that's why I came here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off. But another curious fact is that three out of four of us, except for this one right here, we did mosaic. I did mosaic my freshman year. They did it this year. But Jay Shell, after coming to mosaic, have would you say that your vision of how you perceive Bentley before coming here has changed, or what did you think before coming to Bentley?
Yeah, so I actually only toured Bentley once, which was during, I think, like admitted students day. And I saw no people who look like me, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I'm a DEI major, and I was so confused why they would introduce the major without any students who would follow that major. I've met a few now, but my original perception of Bentley wasn't the best in terms of diversity and stuff like that. But once I did Mosaic, I felt like I got sold a dream that the rest of the school did not fulfill.
Yeah.
Like going from Mosaic to like orientation groups,
Mm.
It was
trash. I
I
went
was
to like 2 days of orientation. I was like, I'm not doing the rest of this. No.
post Mosaic depression is real for everyone out there.
No,
It's
it
real.
is. Nah, I skipped my orientation to be honest. But luckily for me, my like orientation leader was school, so it was okay. I would say that probably my highlight of coming to Bentley was the Mosaic program because my perception of Bentley was very different. I knew this was gonna be like a PWI or PWC school from the get go, but I didn't know that I would be able to find like a small community of like basically my people here and get to like hang out with them and build connections with them more than what I did when I was at home. On top of that, like being able to become part of like the Blue Table podcast team, which we're doing right now, was one of like the best things that happened to me because like I'm able to meet like great people and come up here and start conversations that other people are scared or do not want to have on like an open platform, which that like kind of connects like to our mission statement. Jaychele, would you like to tell us what that is?
After I sneezed, I was holding on my sneeze.
Oh my
And
god.
I don't have the cough button or whatever. It's gone now.
Nah, it's okay. We're not
I
gonna
can't
cut that out.
I can't read it. I have it right here.
Okay. Well, Gabriel will tell you our mission statement.
The Blue Table Podcast is the premier podcast at Bentley specializing in conversations regarding culture and equity on campus.
Yep, that's the Google definition.
Super boring, but
That's the Google definition. But like, I would say that um, Blue Table Podcast is just not a podcast that centers regarding culture issues or any of that stuff. In my opinion, I want to make this program a program that anybody could sort of come here and speak their minds, and have like a casual conversation that you'll have with your homies or your girls sitting at the seasons or whatever. That's essentially what I want this podcast to be. What do you think, Jaychele?
I really came to Bentley to be able to use my voice. My background is in public organizing, so I've like never been afraid of using my voice. But to be able to do it on a podcast, I'm really excited, especially with the platform that like all of us in this room hold. I'm very excited to see the final product of this.
Yep.
Definitely. I think it has like a lot of potential too. AJ and I were like talking about it, and we kind of like in the future we could see it like being its own thing, like not just from the MCC, but like a whole like organization itself. So
yeah, me personally, to add on to Jaychele's point, the Boot Table podcast, I hope that it, like the conversations we have here, are conversation starters for everybody outside the podcast, and kind of get dialogue going across campus, even outside of campus in the future. And I'm also Cambodian, Vietnamese, Chinese, so I hope to give Asian voices a voice through this platform.
I didn't say where I'm from. I'm from New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Oh, I'm from
I'm-
Rhode Island.
I said where I'm from. I say going with my chest.
I mean, I live in Connecticut, but I don't jack CT, so it's okay though. But
Damn.
Hartford's still up though. Hartford's still up.
Yes.
Hartford's still up. But back on the topic, yeah, like I honestly, I love the idea of students having their own podcast, and it's also crazy because all of us met through the MCC, and we got recruited by like Vanya to come here. Even though I was second choice, I'm still gonna put that out there just so you see that. But yeah, we all got recruited through the MCC, and it's kind of like incredible the work that the MCC does in connecting like minorities and students of color, because a lot of the conversation and a lot of the things like that we do like here in the MCC or like as a group, it feels weird to go like into a classroom or like walk around like the academic section of campus and like do those things if you're by yourself or um with your white like classmates and stuff like that. It does not feel the same. And that kind of transitions into like another thing too. Like is the classroom. The classrooms here are very different from how like our high schools were. Cause my high school was predominantly Puerto Rican and black. So you could see like I did not experience much like interactions with like white people and like having to do like group projects with them and stuff because I didn't have that where I came from. So that's something that's so different that like up to the day I'm still like trying to get used to it. What do you guys think?
yeah, no, like I'm from again New Hampshire, so it's like being like half Colombian, half Dominican. It's kind of like goes back and forth because obviously like I do want to express my culture, and I found that like I don't know, fourth or like fifth grade, like around that time, like my school was like 98% white, so I kind of had like trouble like kind of expressing myself in that way. Um, but yeah, it kind of has like a toll, honestly, and you don't even like know, and it's important to like kind of expand like your reference point and stuff. So
Yeah, for me, I from kindergarten through fifth grade, I went to a PWI, and those are like the formative years of your growth. So for a lot of my early life, I kind of just like assimilated into white culture, and like to the point where like people would tell me, "Oh, you speak like a white teacher" and stuff like that, and I always kind of like dealt with that and the fact that I knew how to code switch, and I felt like a lot of people saw what I took as a skill that I learned really early as a negative and saw it as, oh, she's acting like she's white. But in reality, I'm just using my resources when I need to. I'm learning to navigate like different circumstances and scenarios, and that's a really important thing. I think even in classrooms, like I know I'm not my full self when I'm in a classroom, or like even if I'm working on a team project, like I'm not gonna fully be Jaychele, especially because I'm not comfortable enough to show that side of me.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. Um, when I was in middle school, I went to school in Lowell, super diverse, and then I ended up having to move to Tingsboro, which is a PWI, and it was a culture shock. You know, I had to conceal parts of myself that I didn't feel comfortable letting other people see. So definitely know what you're talking about. Also, I was a peer tutor for students at the middle school. So it was like I had to, collect myself and then portray myself in a way that I thought would help me.
It's tough.
Yeah,
It's tough out here.
Oh, I got
it
the
is.
back.
Just show it.
Wait for it.
I think you
You
might be
lost it.
allergic to something in the room, but
It's the lighting.
It's
something.
not even that. I think I'm getting Trubola again.
Yo,
Oh
we
no.
might have to isolate you. I'm not even lying, but no. Touching back on your point, Jay Shell, like code switching is. I wouldn't say it's difficult, but it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I came here when I was 12, and like I had to learn English like very quickly in order for me to like integrate and stuff like that. I've always kind of like like hid my or like how do you what's like the past tense word for like hide?
Hid.
Hid?
Yeah.
I
Hid.
that's what I said, right? So now like I've like hid my like Spanish culture and like my language a little bit simply because I did not know how to speak English and I wanted to be like included in a lot of the conversations. And that caused me to kind of like forget a lot of the stuff from my culture from doing that. I gained something which was I was able to be like included in a lot of things, but like nowadays I'm like okay, like maybe like I've forgotten like a lot of like the traditional food or like snacks that are like in the Dominican Republic. And something that I've trying to change in the past like 2 years is that like this is gonna sound messed up, but like I refuse to code switch. Like I really do. I feel like by code switching, sometimes you're trying to portray a person that you're not outside of like your culture. Therefore, like I don't do it. My nature, like as me who I am, is I tend to like curse a lot most of the times. I tend to be like very like blunt about things because like that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I go like in front of like any of my classmates and I'm like, "Yo, did you do the MF assignment was like hard. Like did you do that?" You know what I'm saying? Like I don't change that. There's situations that I recognize that like I cannot be like that and like I adapt to those. But like I feel like me trying to code switch and trying to meet like the other way people talk sometimes in certain situations, it's like changing who I am. So like I've refused to do that
Have you
in the
guys?
past couple of years.
I don't mean to like cut you off, but like, have you guys watched that movie? Uh, Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to
Okay.
what?
Sorry to bother you.
Explain that movie because I'm not very like
It's like
good with movies to be
it's
honest.
like about this like black man who's like working in like a corporate like setting, pretty much.
Nah, nah,
What's
nah.
going on? What's
Keep
going
going,
on?
keep going,
And
keep
like
going.
All right.
he basically has his regular voice. He's like, I think he's from, I don't know, like I don't really, I forget, but
Okay,
he has his regular voice and he has his white voice.
like that's crazy. That's
Mm.
crazy
But
to me.
like the white voice is so like it's literally a different person talking, and it's like
Oh,
a sub like or like a dub over.
I can add
Oh,
on to
wow.
that. Sorry, you were gonna say.
I just said, oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh
So,
wow.
I personally never worked at a fast food restaurant, but I would hear a lot of my friends in high school who were people of color, and they would switch to their customer service voice, and I would laugh in their face when they would tell, like, that's not what you talk like, and they would literally go from like, yeah, what's up, to like, hi, how may I help you, like,
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
yeah,
Hey, Sha, are you gonna sneeze?
I feel. Are you like?
it's okay,
I'm
girl.
trying to, but like when I start thinking about it, like I can't sneeze.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll come out when I least need
You
it
can
to.
let me know and I'll just.
No, but
I'll just do like.
the no, cause that's actually funny that you mentioned that, cause I used to work at a restaurant for like 2 years, and the restaurant is like a Spanish restaurant. So Dominicans are known for having like a weird lingo of Spanish.
Mhm.
So it sounds crazy as hell, but I kid you not, I'll switch my voice from Dominican to Colombian every single time I'll like meet someone.
My roommate Emily Tineo, she tells me that like y'all got a lot of slang and stuff, and so she would have to switch as well, and like she would notice the difference, and people would notice the difference.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's mad weird, and like I don't know, a lot of like differences in like Spanish. Like people say that like the cultures and the food is like different, is like the same, but it's actually very different. Like
Mhm.
it's actually very like I like look. I do not care. People that say that Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic got the same thing, take that back, bro.
They're just
Take
like
that back.
they just don't know. Like
They like
they're
this
not.
this two different like a lot of the things are similar, like music and shit like that, but like it's different on its own way. It's different, and if you're Dominican or you're Puerto Rican, like you see the similarities and you also like know the differences, and like a lot of people say that like some Asian countries are like the same as well. Some people say that like African countries are like the same as well. Like I disagree with that. I feel like every single country has like their own like cultures and things like that differentiate them from like everything else. So
Most definitely. Most
I don't
definitely.
have culture. Like, I feel like I guess I could, but my family is so assimilated. Like,
Mm.
my family, I want to say, is like third generation or so. So my family is just more so like we're just black now,
okay,
especially because like my dad's side comes from slavery,
yeah,
so they don't even really know exactly like where they came from. So my culture is just like I'm black. That's
Yeah,
I just like
crazy.
I guess I mesh with like African American culture, like being black in America.
yeah.
Mhm.
But that happens a lot of the times when you come like you're like from somewhere else outside of the U.S. Even like generations before, but you come from somewhere else outside of the U.S. and you live here. Because something that I also like experience is like my family's go like for example like a lot of like people from the Dominican Republic's like goals is to go back to the Dominican Republic, build a house, and retire there. That's
Yes.
not what I want. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a house here. I also want to have a house back in my country because that's my country. However, I believe that the smart. Are you sneezing again?
Stop! You need to just let me do it. Don't like
Yeah.
don't look at me. If I'm gonna sneeze, just like that.
Broski.
It's
This
like
episode is gonna be called J
Broski.
Shell
it's
almost
literally
J-Cell,
like
sneezing.
a
J-Cell
fucking
sneezing.
a cock
Catch
tease.
all the
You
time.
need to-
Jaychele turns to her right.
J-Cell turns, bro, what?
Gotta put that in the clip.
So now, like I was saying, like, bro, you even like
no.
made me lost what I was saying.
Mhm.
Intro episode part two, take two. Okay. Speaking of what, bro, what are you doing?
Alright, go.
All right. Speaking of cultures like on campus, do you guys feel like the cultural orgs here do a good job, kind of like portraying that community that we have?
Can you ask a different question? Because Rosa made a face and I
What?
Yo, Jaychele, you're the one who turned your neck. No, because that's
What
the
did you
exact
say?
question that you would ask somebody like me. And it was all love. We can't do that.
exactly. That's why I was like.
What was the question?
That's exactly the question I would answer with my chest.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Maybe
I'm confused right now.
I think you just set Rosa up for like.
Yo, you
Yeah.
set me up. That was like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
That
you
was
set
a
her
lob,
up.
and I was about to go like, literally.
Well,
Listen, you asked, right? You asked. Okay.
So, what orgs are you guys a part of on campus?
I'm part of MKM, the best org on campus.
BUB fashion show.
Yeah, BUB.
Yeah, you part of BB too.
Yeah.
What
Part
about
of CFC,
CFC?
and I'm also part of the Women's Leadership Program.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and I'm a part of CAB.
You also part of Cab?
Yeah.
McKenna, who's in the backstage.
Shout out McKenna.
I just got word the McKenna's in the building.
Oh God.
Do the thing.
Oh, explain what our orgs are.
McKenna in the
Oh.
building.
Brr, 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 brr. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, let's go. But no, 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 no. Okay, all right. I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
She's
Are
saying
we
to
like actually
explain our
recording?
orgs.
Or?
Yes, this is good. This is good.
Oh,
Oh,
if you don't know
shoot.
MKM, if you don't know MKM, man,
Explain it.
it's mankind movement. That's all you need to be. That's all that needs to be said.
All right. Okay, so CFC is basically coming full circle. It is an organization on campus for women empowerment, especially women of color. And we get together, we have conversations that we normally do not have with other people or do not feel comfortable. And we make that safe place for women to just come together and grow together. We also had a retreat not too long ago. MKM was there as well. We had a really good time. I personally was able to grow in a lot of ways in terms of healing from my past and stuff like that. Just the retreat allowed me to do that.
Okay. What about you, Jaychele? You and Gabriel and BUB. What do you guys do for and what does BUB stand for too? Actually.
Black United Body. Gabe's
Okay.
doing the fashion show.
Yeah, I'm part of the fashion show. I think it's like separate from the actual like e-board, right?
Yeah, I'm on the e-board. I'm operations committee, current events lead.
Absolutely.
So, and
What did well, I can't hear. What was that?
It was the applause.
yes, and I'm on CAB, which is Campus Activities Board, and they do Super Bingo, Spring Day, Back to Bentley, the like tailgating stuff, like outside of sports events, they do that stuff too. And
Okay. Jaychele, since you're on cab, who's coming for Spring Day next year?
You
Yo,
I'm-
please get
you are
Kodak up
the
here.
black representation.
I know. That's
Please
why
get
I'm on
Kodak up
CAB.
here.
Who?
Please get Kodak.
Kodak, I think already got ruled out. They can't have prior convictions.
Oh, I'm sorry. My fault.
That's like
Kodak is free. Oh, free Kodak. He ain't do it. He ain't do it. He's still free though. But
I'm on production committee. That's exactly the committee I'm on. I'm doing Spring Day and stuff like that. Right now, who's really in the running for Spring Day? Can I talk about it?
are you before you say, are you allowed to say that?
I don't know. That's why I'm not. I was like, can I say that?
You allowed
I
to say
mean,
that?
I'll mark it, but
I mean, anybody can go to the committee meeting, so it's not like
it's not top
Okay.
secret.
yeah.
yeah, no.
And I'm not like co-chair or anything yet.
Okay, but who would you
Yeah.
like to see on Spring Day? If you cannot say who's like in the lineup already, who would you like to see on Spring Day? If you were to pick an artist, my answer is very obvious. I want Chief Souza and Kodak.
Oh, if I could choose somebody, SZA or like Summer
SZA.
Walker.
Summer Walker. SZA.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like Spring Day should be like hype, right?
I'm saying.
So no, like they're good artists, but like
I mean, if we're really thinking big, I would love to have a boogie come.
Hey, Boogie.
oh,
Yo.
no.
Sorry.
Yo.
I like that.
Hey, Boogie.
Come on now.
Yo, why does everybody want to be on their feelings? Like we're going to the.
He's not in his feelings all the time.
Yes,
and if
he
he's in his
is.
feelings and it's in a good way. It's like I'm in my feelings, yeah, what? But I can get turned still.
In my feelings.
In your feelings.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
crying mad hype.
Okay, he's
That's
not.
what I meant.
Bruh, no, that's not.
Look, if you get Chief Souza and Kodak on this campus,
You know,
It's
it's
not
gonna be over.
Kodak.
The best spring break like ever.
It won't be Tory Lanez either. They ruled out.
Nobody wants Tory Lanez.
I
He's
was
not
just-
hype.
uh,
We need hype people. We need
I
hype
think I
people.
would disagree like right now.
With Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
You would like to see Tory Lanez here.
Yeah.
You would like to see Tory Lanez after
What?
Megan Thee Stallion? Like after
like-
he shot
Boy,
Megan?
shout out Megan.
I-
Shot
we-
Megan?
You didn't know he shot Megan?
I'm not
Oh.
like
That's like 3 years old.
He literally shot Megan in the foot. Said that Megan lied, wrote a whole album about it. Megan wrote,
music is still fire though.
but he shot a black woman and
that's something I
lied
agree
about
with
it.
too, though.
We gotta separate the artist.
So are you do you support cancel culture?
In the form that it's in now, no. But holding people accountable, yes.
Okay.
Isn't that the same thing?
No.
No, it's not.
No, it's no.
I can actually add to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cancel culture has like its good and bad things at the same time. Like, because of cancel culture, a lot of people like do not like mess with a lot of like artists, which is the bad part. But I also do agree with the fact that like you have to hold certain people accountable for the things that they do. What I disagree with is that after like that happens, a lot of people like do not like
Give him another
they like
chance.
characterize like those people in
Mm-hmm.
their music based on what they did.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie to you. After like the whole Travis Scott like incident shit, I was still bumping him.
I'd almost say him.
Like I don't, bro. I don't agree with what happened at the concert,
No.
His
but
music
I
is
agree with the
fire.
music.
That's a
though.
personal thing. I don't
agree
like
with the
Travis
music.
Scott's music, so that's.
Wait,
Oh.
another example is that like I've been listening to Chris Brown.
Oh,
Like
I
his
don't do Chris
throwbacks.
Brown.
I listen to his throwback music.
Chris Brown is crazy. I know.
I listen.
That's crazy.
No, but like not his
Chris
most
Brown is crazy.
recent, but like his throwback music.
Okay.
No, it's still fire.
Because
Like,
that's in the past.
Yeah.
Like that's before he did the whole thing. I got you. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
It's like I feel like the way that cancel culture is, it's an immediate reaction, and there's the lack of accountability within
Yeah.
that. It's just like we're taking your platform away, so you have to be held accountable, and that's not really how it should be. The way that it should work is the person should want to hold themselves accountable because they realize what they did was wrong, and that's when we should be accepting it. Only people who should accept their apologies are allowed to accept their apologies. So, like, if somebody says something racist and you're a white person, you can't go, "Oh, I accept their apology because I want to listen to their music." That's not how it works.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. But yeah, like cancel culture is like it's going crazy too. But no,
You guys listen to Kanye?
Yes.
I do though. I do though.
Interesting.
yeah.
Wait,
That,
off
that was
topic.
that was before he did all that. Like I listened to the throwbacks. Like Donda came out before he started wilding, so like I still listen to that.
I don't
Feel me?
listen to any Kanye.
Off topic, but please get Megan to come if you can.
Megan's not happening.
No.
Bro,
Too
no,
expensive?
bro, no.
Too expensive.
Why?
Out of budget.
No,
Definitely out of budget.
I'm not surprised, but like, girl can green.
Bro, you get Chief Sosa here, and you
He's
ignore the
not
convictions
coming.
that
He
Kodak
can't
has.
come.
I wish he could, bro. Like,
Bro, Chief Sosa will be oof. You gonna have motherfuckers like, yo, trust
do-
me. I'm envisioning it right now.
Did you guys go to Back to Bentley or no? None of you went to Back to
Nah,
Bentley.
I didn't go to that.
I went for a little bit.
I went for the whole thing. There were
whole
literally
thing?
white people saying that word. I was on the front row, so I was.
You're lying.
she's part of the thing.
She's part of Cab.
This was before I was part of Cab.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Never mind.
But I went to the whole thing because I was like, oh, like let me see what this experience is about, especially because I want to be on Cab.
yeah.
oh.
Oh.
What was it? What was it?
No, they were like literally in the front row. Well, one, they were like a bunch of like frat boys, I guess, like pushing and
Yeah.
shoving.
No, frat boys love concerts though.
They do love it, and they love to
Love
be in the front
concerts.
row, and they want to
Yeah.
take off their shirt and throw it, and
Yeah.
it's a lot. But they were all saying the N word because it was Kyle, obviously.
Yo.
No
Yeah,
way.
and they were all
Just
just
got
like,
chill, like, yo, what?
way,
All of them,
way.
bro?
yeah.
No way, boy.
Bro.
Ain't no way. But something happened here recently too. Like when like a bunch of like people from like outside of Bentley came and like were knocking like on people's doors.
Yeah,
like,
like the email that we got from like
Yeah.
the
You know,
police.
something like this happened to me actually like Saturday the 22nd actually of October, where like I was like sleeping in my room and it was like about like 10 a.m. I had a long night the day before that, so it was like 10 a.m. But like I literally woke up to like banging on my door, and like before I could get up and like open the door, somebody said like, "Oh, it's locked, so we cannot get in." I was like, "What the?"
That's crazy.
I was like, "What?" And like honestly, couldn't think of anybody. Bless you.
Bless you.
Honestly,
There it is.
finally, that shit came out. Honestly, couldn't think of like any of my friends or anybody that will like willingly go to trees and knock on my door.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's gotta be like somebody like trying to like fuck
Yeah.
around and like get in my room. But like that shit was crazy. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like
I saw that email and I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, like I always like
Oh,
I'm not gonna like
I think we can. I think we can swear.
okay.
no.
I got you. I got you.
Mad late with it though. Like you need to do it when I say it. That's the thing.
How do I know when you're
exactly,
about to
that's
do
the
it?
thing. So it's not gonna
I
work.
marked it. I marked it.
Okay,
So,
all right. But
Okay.
nah, that was like a crazy thing that happened, and we weren't even here because me and Rosa we were in the retreat.
Mhm.
So like
Mm.
we weren't here when they're like knocking on
thing
doors
happened?
happened. Yeah,
Bruh,
it
I
happened that
heard.
Saturday.
Yes, I heard they were in Miller too, and they like went all the way to Harry's type thing.
Oh, I wasn't
They
really.
were running through woods.
yeah, I heard like they were like about to stab someone or something.
Huh?
Yes. No, they had knives.
They were, like,
Okay, I'm
flashing
marking this
knives.
because I don't know if I'm gonna be
Didn't
able
they
to
say, like-
that, but they had knives.
They said like racial. The email
racial
said
slurs and, like-
racial epithets. Epithet.
It's like
Say-
it's words.
hard
It's
word.
racial like
Words.
words. Like
Yeah.
graffiti. I think it was on the Bentley police cars. I believe
Oh shit.
it was. Yeah. And this happened. When did this happen? It was like the week of the 15th of October. So this is recently. Like from the moment I'm recording right now, it's probably like it was last week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was last week, and we're not here to basically like say anything about like Bentley police not being able to keep like
No,
the
yeah.
campus safe, because some of these things they like slip up, and
It happens.
it's impossible for it's not that impossible, but it's a little hard for like Bentley police to like track things like that, especially because our campus is very open.
Most
I
of-
feel like they should try to be more reactive than responsive. You get what I'm saying? Like they identify something and they just say, "Okay, this is happening. Let's take care of it." They kind of like found out like almost after.
That's because
like,
people don't
all of
tell
it has
nobody though.
happened.
Like I feel
Yeah.
like.
Like I don't know. I sort of like the openness of our campus, but sort of at the same time I don't, because for like not just us, the like students of color, but all the Bentley students, it poses like a threat. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? How open our campus is, it poses like a threat to our safety. And I wouldn't want to be in a school that like I don't feel like safe to even be in my room. You know what I'm saying?
real.
Crazy, yeah.
So
I recognize that like we're very open when I saw like adults running through with their dogs, and then literally just yesterday I was in the gym and I was trying to ask for a basketball because I just came back from the gym, like actually the gym, and then I went to the court. But anyways, I asked somebody that works there, and she was like, "Are you a student?" And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, of course I'm a student." But then I thought again, and I was like, I could very well not be a student because we're so open. We're literally an open campus.
yeah.
I never even like thought of that because I know other colleges they have like a gate or like you gotta
Check in.
check in. With Bentley, I literally just noticed that you can just fucking
Yeah, it could just come in.
yeah.
It's weird because, um, like, uh, cause I live in Hartford, but where I live like 5 minutes walking from Trinity College, and every single like entrance to the campus, there's like one of those like little like boxes
Where
and
somebody
there's
sits in
like
there.
always an officer.
Yeah.
They might not like stop you right away if you're coming in, but they're always there and they know who you are if anything happens. That's something that like I actually like would like to see like being implemented here in Bentley, like on the entrances of like the school. Have like one of those boxes and just have an officer there for like certain amount of hours or even after hours, kind of like see who comes in and see who doesn't. That way, like our campus still remains very open, but the person who's like in the front can see if anything
Yeah.
looks suspicious.
But
or
they also
anything.
do that. Even if we don't see it, they're always in the parking lots.
Yeah.
Especially the visitors. There's always at least like 2 police cars like monitoring like the parking lots and stuff like that. So like
Just for tickets though. Like I feel like that's,
They bored.
they do.
that's all they do, bro.
No,
They
they're-
check and
they're definitely
see.
bored sometimes.
They,
That's what I
they
think.
look to see if you have like the Bentley sticker, but they also check and see like if your car has moved
Yeah.
or not. Like, cause
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
the way that they do it. I guess is if your car's been sitting there for like 3 days or more, then they ticket you. But in order to do that, they need to be like recognizing what cars are there, even if it's not like
I
front of
gotta-
mind.
I got
They
a
have mad
ticket.
cameras.
I got a ticket for like parking. I think it was like 11 minutes, like in the visitor one, and then like I just got a ticket right away. I was like, "There's
Oh,
no." I went to the
Jesus.
police station. I was so pissed. I was like, "There's no way." I was parked here for like 11 minutes.
How much
What
was
is
the
this?
ticket? How much was it?
$50.
I mean, it's $25, but like again, like
Yeah, it's-
you get a ticket for a lot of things, my boy. Like, come on now.
Hmm.
for real.
But no, that is something that happened. Personally, I don't think that Bentley is like an unsafe place, but if like too many things of like the same category happen, like people coming in and like threatening people, it's gonna come to a point that me and like a lot of people will have to be like, man, fuck this shit. Like I'm about to get robbed one day without me knowing or something like that. So
Oh, did I ever
Yeah.
tell you guys how somebody just opened my door in Miller?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did that shit once. I did that
Open
shit
the
once.
door.
Nah, so look, when I was like on the spring semester of 2020, like this past spring semester, I was coming back from training one time, and you see how all the four floors of trees, they all like have the same color, but they have different like names.
Yeah.
I was coming from training that one day, and like I came in through the wrong door. I went upstairs, and you were like sleeping. I was gonna like open the door and be like, "Yo, wake up." Bro, I opened the door. I kid you not. I opened the door. It was some random ass dude like this.
I think you
I was
told me
like,
about
yo. I was like,
Did you
yo. I was like,
apologize?
yo, wake up. I was like, yo, wake up. And the dude is like this on his bed. He's like, like what? And I was like, bro, my fault. Wrong room. And then I actually got traumatized from
Oh
this.
my god, I have a
I actually got traumatized from that.
I have a single in Miller, and the way that it works is basically you go up the stairs and there's one of the doors, like the fire doors that you can open to like get right to my door. And my neighbor opened my door. He said that he was like on his phone texting. I don't know if I believe it. The handles are very different and the angles are very different, but he opened my door, and luckily I was like behind the door and stuff like that. But obviously the light was on, and I was like,
Yo.
the one time I don't lock my door for like 5 minutes, you open my door, it's giving fishy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think we had our door open.
Nah, that shit was locked.
Yeah.
I do not trust anything, boy.
have a camera
even if
now.
I'm broke.
What?
I have a camera in my room.
Even if I'm broke,
There was another incident that I needed on camera that wasn't on camera, so I had to get a camera after that.
nah, bro. It's I don't know, man. Bentley's a strange place. That's why we've kind of decided to spend our probably next 4 years here.
That's
got-
why, because it's strange.
they got me. They got me. They personally they got me. You don't have to pay that much to come here, so they got me for 4 years. Just because of that. So yeah. You guys have anything else to say?
I mean, nah.
Nah. So yeah, this has been the Blue Table Podcast. Thank you if you made it this far. Once again, my name is AJ. I'm one of your hosts. This is
Jaychele.
Rosa.
Gabriel.
yep. You guys will be seeing us couple weeks, right? And like every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will be seeing us every couple weeks. Please follow our Instagram and YouTube pages. Or subscribe to our YouTube.
Yeah, leave a like, leave a comment.
Leave a like, comment,
Subscribe.
and comment on anything you would like to see, or send us an email or anything if you would like to be featured on the podcast and have a conversation with us. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
I
go
have
ahead.
an idea for after.
Okay.
They could send us like anonymous stories that we can read and give our opinions on air.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with a bunch of stuff. But once again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, y'all.